here, and we are 7 weeks out from the WFF World title. So today we are going to take you through a hamstring workout. Rachel, what are we doing today?
So today, guys, we're going to show you what machines we're using, what reps we're using, our tempos, our sets. So stay around. We're going to take you guys through an epic hamstring workout.
Single leg hamstring curl. So when I train my hamstrings, I like to do unilateral work first. So I like to focus on using both seated and standing. And the reason I like to do unilateral work first is because I want to create similar strengths between my right and left side. So this is going to be the main focus. When training your hamstrings, it's really important to warm up properly. Otherwise, one, you can hurt yourself, and two, you won't get your true strength. I actually find that on set 2, I actually peak because I've warmed up from set 1 and I'm not quite fully fatigued yet. So it's really important to warm up first.
So her foot is staying nice and relaxed. Actually, all the work is coming from her hammy. You guys, you should never stop when you start to fail. Try to push through and get at least another 2 to 3 reps out. Go, go, go.
You also fail quite early, so I love training hamstring to the partner because when you start to fail and you're really at that failing point, your partner can come in and help lift you to the top, and then you can work on the negatives. So you're getting a pretty good workout. You really will be hitting true muscular failure by the end. And I also like a number of different variations of overload techniques that you can use when training your hamstrings. So I'm going to show you one of my favorites. It's a 1 1/4 method, and I particularly like using it on like a kneeling hamstring curl because it's just such a good burn, and you can get really nice range with it. So make sure as well with this one that your hip stays in line with your knee. So there's a quarter at the bottom, down, okay, next exercise is a lying hamstring curl. So again, mixing up the hip angle is going to make sure that you hit a different type or different area of your hamstring. So it's really important to make sure that you hit both fast switch and slow switch muscle fibers. Now, Rachel's going to do 6 heavy reps with her hamstring work. So she's going to hit those fast switch muscle fibers. She's going to be fast. She's going to be explosive on the way up. Float up, and then nice and slow on the way down. And she's going to work to full extension of the knee, and then drive it up nice and fast, explosive. Nice and slow. So you can see here, Rachel has a really nice flat neutral back. This doesn't change throughout the movement. There's no movement in her hip. You can see that her knee flexion, the knees are doing all the work, or her hamstrings are doing all the work, and they're going to pull her heel towards her bum. So here is doing all the work, and she's nice and stable in her upper body. Okay, so she's really isolating the hamstrings. So your hamstrings do get used when you squat, when you lunge, but only 15%. So that's why it's really important to isolate your hamstrings to really make sure you're maximizing their strength and also to grow or increase the size of that muscle.
I also love to add in a drop set with my hamstring curls. So what I'll do is I will start heavy and I'll aim for 6 to 8 reps. Then I will drop the weight and I will go for 10 to 12 reps, and then I'll drop the weight one more time and try to hit 15 to 20 reps. I find I like to do this one at the end of my workouts and just really burn out my hamstrings. For me, I do work a lot with volume, so I really enjoy that drop sets in general. But yeah, that's definitely one that I like to keep at the end of my workout.
I agree with Rachel. Drop sets is an amazing overload technique. One for someone that's a little bit more advanced. You've done all your single set work and your superset work, and then drop sets is a really nice way to accumulate volume over the session and really fatigue the hamstrings. So as Rachel said, you can go 6 to 8 reps, so heavier, less reps, and then as you start to fatigue, you can drop the weight back and still pump out that little bit more volume towards the end. So yeah, drop sets is a very good overload method.
Okay guys, so what here is Hattie is doing a Romanian deadlift. So with the Romanian deadlift, it can be done in a Smith machine, it can be done with a barbell or a dumbbell. It's one of my favorite hamstring exercises. What's really, really important is I like to always tell my clients, it's like a bend and snap, all right? So what you're doing is you're pushing the bar out and up, okay? So as you can see, Hattie's going out and up. She's got a really neutral, straight back, all in line. She is driving through the hamstrings and glutes, so all the work is in the back of the legs. She's keeping the barbell very close to her body. Really straight back, locked core on. This is perfect form. At the top, she's driving through those glutes. So all the way up, driving through those glutes. That's gonna do it. You couldn't get a better RDL than that.
So we've shown you some isolation work. Now we've just showed you a compound movement. So Romanian deadlifts are, as much as they are a hamstring exercise, they're also glutes, lower back, core, full body workout. But you do get a really nice stretch and pull in that end range position when you do an RDL or Romanian deadlift. So they are one of my favorite exercises to do, and you can use a pretty good weight on them, working through reps from 5 to 10. I wouldn't go past 12 just because of pure fatigue, and you will get the more bang for your buck the heavier you lift, so you want to keep your rep range a little shorter when you're lifting really, really heavy.
And if you are really flexible in your hamstrings, I sometimes like to even add a little plate under each one of my toes just to elevate my feet a little bit, so when I go down, really get the most out of that stretch. So that is another option.
And you can use dumbbells as well. So
yeah, or a normal barbell,
or a normal
cable, kettlebell,
Smith machine,
anything.
everything.
Alright guys, so Hattie's about to perform a single-legged Romanian deadlift. If you have a kettlebell, I would suggest using a kettlebell. If you have a dumbbell, that will also do. So as Hattie shows us the exercise, I'm going to go through it with you guys. Single-legged work's really, really important to make sure we're nice and even on each side. So as you can see, Hattie's definitely staying neutral. As always, core is locked on. See how her head is following. Okay, so she's not looking up, she's looking down. As she goes down, this leg's up. So as much as this leg's doing the work, you can see she's also got this leg nice and tight, all right? She's got her arm out for balance, and she's aiming for about 10 to 12 reps. Girls, if you don't have great balance, it's also okay to hold on to a bench and complete this movement.
So I like to work to a 3-0-1-0 tempo, which means 3 seconds on my negative, so that's coming towards the floor. No pause at the bottom, and then nice and quick on the way up. So I like to mix up my tempo with like a bit of, slow work on the way down, really focusing on tightness. I do like to put some pauses in there sometimes, and then explosive on the way up. So really drive that power through my hip coming up at the top.
You can always even add a little pulse at the bottom also, just to make things really challenging. So when you hit that bottom range, add a little pulse and then bring it back all the way back up. Honestly, adding variety into your training sessions is really, really important. Just like anything, your body gets used to doing the exact same thing all the time. So try to play with your reps, play with your sets, play with your tempo, and yeah, just keep things different.
When you do that as well, make sure you kind of do like a month on one phase and then go into a different rep scheme because you want structure, and you want your body to get to a point where it's nearly going to fully adapt before you change the stimulus again. So if you're always continually trying to change everything on a weekly basis, you don't know how to progress. You won't know progression, and you want to be able to progress a progressive overload through lifting a heavier weight more than increasing your rep ranges. So we've done a lot of machine weights and we've done some freestanding weights, and now it's to do some body weight. So I love Swiss ball hamstring curls because you can really burn out the back of your hamstrings with some serious volume with these bad boys. And all you need is a Swiss ball. And these are actually a great exercise for beginner, intermediate, advanced. If you're a beginner, you would put them either on their own or beginning of your session. For intermediate, you might superset them, and advanced, you put them right at the end with a heap of volume when you're already tired. So Rachel's going to demonstrate today the Swiss ball hamstring curl, and there's a couple of variations to do, but this one Rachel's going to do, she's going to keep her hips up. So here, her glutes are actually on, her abs are on, and that's going to keep her upper body into a really nice neutral alignment. And now she's just using her hamstrings to drive her heels into her glutes. So she's going to have her hands by her side as well, so she's supporting her upper body. And you just want to be careful with this one, your feet can slowly start to come off the Swiss ball. So I'm just going to get Rachel to take her feet right on the north pole of the ball. Okay, now go. Bring it in, keep those hips up. There we go. That's all the way out, there. Again, you want full extension, full range of every movement. So she's going to stretch her hamstrings and then she's going to contract. Okay, really working through the belly of her hamstring. Yeah, girl. So, talking reps and sets, I like to do these anywhere between 15 to 25 to 30, sometimes 50 reps at the end of my session. So really getting to that mark where I actually cannot physically bring my heels towards my bum anymore. So again, you want to work to your level of training, your level of strength. So start with 12 reps, 1 month, then progress to 15 reps, to 20 reps, to 25, 30, and really add these into your hamstring work. They're a really good burner.
Hey guys, so make sure you're commenting any questions below on hamstring exercises, lower body exercises, or any tips that you want to hear from Hattie and myself. We are also giving away a $100 gift voucher of the new range to the person who gives the best answer. You need to tell us what your favorite leg exercise is and why you love it so much, and we will be choosing one lucky winner to take home a $100 gift voucher from
Muscle Nation.
So thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget, Hattie and myself are vlogging weekly our journey to world. So we want you there with us. Make sure you tune in next week and we'll see you all there.